Hey, Mia, are you out again? I can't believe you'd go hang out with your friends every night. Don't you feel bad about going out while Derek's working until late?
That again? I've told you many times. I'm working as a traffic officer during the night. I'm doing my best to earn money for the family. I've never gone out at night just for fun these past few years.
I'm tired of all your lies. You're not worthy of being Derek's wife. We don't need such an untrustful daughter-in-law like you. All you do is lie and parasite on this family. You've got to stop fooling around. I won't forgive you even if Derek does.
I haven't lied at all. I'm going to get busy, so I can't return your messages. You have to understand that I'm out for work and not to hang out with friends.
Not only do you go out every night, but you don't come home until morning. Derek chose the wrong woman for his wife.
Please, don't make me repeat everything. I have night shifts. I'm not having fun outside the house. If you don't believe me, ask Derek.
Derek told me about you.
What?
He said the reason you go out at night is because you're partying. You spend the family's money for fun, and that's why Derek has no money. I felt sorry for him, so I gave him some money from my savings. What a wife you are! Don't tell me you're trying to spend all the money in the house.
Wait a minute. Did Derek really say that? That's a big lie. Do not believe him.
You want me to trust a vixen daughter-in-law over my own son? No way. How can I believe you? Don't make me laugh.
Fine. I'll talk to Derek then.
Whatever. It's none of my business. But you'd better stop partying. If you can't, give me back my money. Otherwise, I'll kick you out.
Let me talk to Derek first. What the hell were you thinking?
I'm at work now.
You're just working part-time at a pub.
That doesn't change the fact that I'm at work. If you don't have anything important to say, stop texting me.
Why did you lie to your mother?
Lie about what?
That I'm out to party every night. Why did you say such a thing? When have I ever gone out at night for fun?
Come to think of it, maybe I did say something like that. I didn't have any money, so I had no other choice. It was just to get money out of her.
Why didn't you just tell her the truth? Instead of making up some fake stories, you should have said you have no money because you use too much of it even though your income is so low.
There's no way she'd lend me money if I told her the truth. Plus, I can't say such embarrassing things to my parents.
If you're aware that it's embarrassing, why don't you change your attitude? Don't frame me with lies and just face reality. Stop using that much money and get a better job.
You're so annoying.
What?
You're like those super annoying old women who always want to lecture someone. You should try acting like the cute girls around me. You're younger than me, but you look older than me these days.
Are you comparing me with those college students who work at the pub? They don't have a useless husband and live with their toxic in-laws like me. Of course I wouldn't look so young and cheerful like them.
Hey, watch your mouth. I won't forgive you for saying rude things about me and my parents.
I'm tired of talking with you. Anyway, I don't want any more problems, so stop lying to your mother about me, okay? Hey, have you read my text?
Your partying during the nights hasn't stopped at all, so I've decided to make you get a divorce with my son.
Excuse me? What's this all of a sudden? I'm at work right now.
I've had enough of your lies about working at night. I know that you're just having fun. It's stressful for me to see people like you fooling around.
I'm working my shift tonight.
You can lie all you want, but I shall do as I please as well. I've already filed your divorce papers.
What?
So you have to get out of this house.
Wait a minute. You filed for our divorce without our permission?
I'm glad I found the papers you guys had already signed. Now I can kick you out without hesitation. There is no place for a bitch like you.
So you really did file for our divorce then? Does Derek know about this?
Not yet. But it was obvious he no longer had feelings for you. He always said he wanted a divorce, so I think he'll be pleased.
You ignored my explanation, and you didn't confirm Derek's wishes.
I want you gone ASAP. Don't ever come back to this house.
I'm sorry, but that's difficult. Let me pack up my stuff tomorrow morning before leaving.
I'll just throw all your stuff outside, so don't you dare come inside. Pick them up quickly so that the neighbors don't think it's weird.
Throw them outside? You don't have to go that far. I'm telling you, I'll go get them tomorrow morning.
It pisses me off to see your face.
Fine then.
You're the worst daughter-in-law I've ever heard of. I can't believe you'd go out every night to party and not come home until sunrise. I've already filed for divorce, so don't ever come home again.
I'm so happy to cut ties with you guys. Have a good rest of your day then.
Don't you ever show your face again.
Never mind about my luggage. This is such great news to me. I'm overjoyed that I can leave that house. You can throw away all my stuff. I'll go retrieve what I need before the garbage is collected. Goodbye. I hope I never have to see you again.
That's my line.
Goodbye, nasty old hag.
What?
Well then, I have to go to work. What do you want?
I've been calling you since yesterday. Why won't you pick up any of my calls?
I'm at work and it's annoying me.
I'm in a panic. You should have replied earlier.
I don't care whether you're in a panic or not. If you have something important to say, just say it.
What's happening to the mortgage?
The mortgage?
After you left, our living expenses disappeared. Are you stealing money from our household? If that's the case, give it back now.
I didn't steal it. It's been a month since I left that house. You changed the locks and you have the bank cards with you, right? How can you say I stole it?
Then why is my family's financial situation in a crisis? Until now, we've been able to pay our bills without any problems. Now, we can't even pay the mortgage, and if this continues, we'll lose the house. My husband is turning pale reading the letters.
For the past year, I've been paying for all the bills. It's only natural that'll happen without me.
What?
You've been able to pay the bills because I've been putting money into the family account. I stopped doing that since I got a divorce and left the house. That's why you can't pay anything now. It's as simple as that.
What? You were paying it? Why? I thought Derek was the one paying our living expenses.
Then why don't you ask Derek to pay the bills then? I doubt he has the ability to do so, though.
I asked him, and he said he can't pay any of the bills. What the hell is happening? I thought Derek was paying them until now. Mia, you have to explain it to me so I can understand.
It's nothing difficult. The fact is very simple. Derek only makes $2,000 a month. He's useless.
How can a monthly income be only $2,000?
Derek is very lazy, so he makes the young college students work more. Then, he loses his opportunity to get tips. He drinks and eats at the pub where he works after his shifts, and that money is deducted from his salary. So that's why his monthly income becomes $2,000.
Pub? He works at a pub?
That's why he always goes to work in the evening. Normal office workers go to work in the morning. I'm surprised you didn't think it was strange.
So, Derek worked until late because it was a pub.
He wouldn't come back until late because he was drinking even after his shifts. But I worked day and night, every day, even being sleep deprived. I think I deserve to be thanked for supporting that useless, lazy man and his annoying parents.
Wait a minute. Derek's monthly income is $2,000? He's already in his 30s. How can that be?
Why don't you ask your son? If you don't believe my story, ask him to tell you the truth. I'm a stranger now.
Then, it's true that you've been paying our bills all this time?
That's right. It may be difficult for you to believe it after all this time, though. Your son wouldn't get a decent job and continue to use up his own income. So I had no choice but to work night shifts as a traffic officer in addition to my daytime work. By giving up my sleep and my free time, I managed to earn enough money to save some money for myself. But most of my earnings disappeared in order to pay all the bills.
You were a traffic officer? I thought you were just hanging out with your friends.
How many times do I have to tell you that you've got it wrong? Your son lied to you. It's about time you realized that. But it's too late for you to acknowledge the truth. Thanks to you, I'm divorced and free. My life is great without that despicable man and his toxic parents.
I just believed what Derek told me.
Do you finally understand what has become of your son? That's the kind of man he is, the worst kind of man you can ever imagine. Even if you don't want to believe it, it's true. Now, you have to work it out as a family, okay? I'm a stranger now.
Don't say that. What should we do about the mortgage?
Excuse me?
Our mortgage. We can't pay it. I thought Derek was paying it. I didn't know you were paying for it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now.
I don't care. It's none of my business. Go earn your own money.
What?
I'm just revealing my true feelings that I've been holding back until now. But honestly, you can't ask a stranger for help. I can only say, why don't you solve this problem with your family?
What are you saying, Mia? You were part of our family until last month. Our crisis is your crisis. Why don't you come back?
What? You mean come back to that house?
Yes, that's the best thing to do. We can all live together again. Then, we won't have to worry about a thing, and you'll pay for our living expenses. I'd like to go back to how it was a month ago, so please do so.
Are you out of your mind? Who would agree to such a stupid proposal?
I thought you didn't want to divorce Derek. I'm giving you a chance to get back together with him. Shouldn't you be happy to come back?
You're ignoring everything we've talked about.
What do you mean?
I've never said I didn't want a divorce. In fact, I've always wanted a divorce. I've been telling you I'm glad you made us divorce. There's no way I'm ever going back to that house. That house is only hell to me. I finally have the freedom I've always wanted. Get lost.
You're too harsh. You're like a totally different person. How can you talk to me like that? I'm Derek's mother.
You've created a horrible monster. You know that? But I guess you were a monster too. Well, please do your best to make ends meet. I think you and your husband should search for a job.
There's no way we can work at this age.
Well, it's out of the question that you are planning to depend on your son to support you in your retirement. But Derek doesn't seem to have the ability to take care of anyone.
Please, Mia, help me. If you don't help us, we'll become homeless. My husband's savings will not last for long.
I see. But I have evidence of Derek's affair. I'm going to file a claim for alimony, so please be prepared.
Alimony?
Of course. While he was having a fun time with his affair partner, he made me sacrifice myself to support his parents living for a year. I deserve to get alimony, don't you think?
Then Derek is going to have debt and won't be able to support us. I don't want that. Mia, you can't do that.
Don't try to depend on me now. You kicked me out and made me divorce your son, even though I was supporting the family finances. This is all your fault. Take responsibility and take your family to hell. Even after that conversation, Jane continued to ask me for help. But of course, I ignored her and blocked her. She was in despair. Now I'm able to live a rich life thanks to cutting off all ties from Derek and his family. On the other hand, Jane's family is now living in fear of losing the house. What goes around comes around, right? Now the whole family is working from morning till night at a local factory. I hope Derek can pay off his debt soon.
Monica, I can't reach my son. Could you ask the boy to return my call as soon as possible? Hello, Mother. My husband is at work, so I'm afraid he can return your call. You don't have to ask me. Just wait a little longer and he'll get back to you. Even if he's at work, he can at least reply. It depends on the situation. But it's been 2 hours since I texted him. I'm sure he has checked his phone, right? He also has a phone for work, so maybe he doesn't look at his private one much. Then give me his other phone number. I'm sorry, I don't know either. You don't know? Useless as always, Monica. I'm sorry. It's almost noon. Maybe he'll reply then. I wanted to talk to him about his father. I really don't know what to do. Did something happen to him? You said he was going to be in a hospital for an exam the other day, right? I don't know if I should tell it to an outsider like you, but he has been diagnosed with a disease. He'll probably need to be cared at home. Oh, a medical care? He just retired from his job. I really feel sorry for him. He was saying that he was going to enjoy his sick life. Does this illness mean life-threatening? Yes, it is. But I give you the name of disease because you're not our family. Please don't ask my son either. Understood. What time does he come home every day? Usually around 7 p.m. Okay. Does he work late? Sometimes. He's probably off on weekends and holidays, right? Yes, unless something accidental happens. Do my husband's work hours have anything to do with it? Kinda. I've got a lot on my mind. Well, okay. Got it. Is father okay? He's not okay. That's why I'm in such a hurry. You also tell him to reply as soon as possible. You can't do anything anyway. That's the only thing you can help us. Hello, Mother. Are you busy right now? What do you want from me when I'm busy with husband care and housework? I'm sorry. I'd like to ask to you about that. You know it's none of your business. I know, but my husband's been sick ever since that care. Sick? The boy? Ever since he started to take care of his father at home, he visits you every day after work, right? That's right. He's our only son. He's supposed to take care of his parents. He takes care of him until morning, then comes home and goes to work. On weekends, he takes care of him all day long. I don't think he'll be able to handle it. My husband has lost 17 IVs since he started taking care of him. I'm afraid he'll collapse if he continues. So you want me to take care of him only by myself? No, not like that. You can use a caregiver or something. Or I can help you if you would like to. So can you give my husband a break for a bit? I'm sure I told you before I started taking care of him. But he doesn't want a stranger to take care of him either. You and a caregiver are strangers that day. He doesn't even want you in the house. And I don't want you hanging around the house either. But if this continues, my husband will really collapse. Please, I'm begging you. Would you please consider taking care of him, someone outside of the family? Or if you could reduce my husband's burden just a little more, that would be great. I'm doing the best I can. Now you're saying you want me to carry him without sleeping. I heard that you're sleeping well at night, but my husband only gets a few hours nap every day. Can't you at least make time for him to sleep properly once a week? He's only in his 30s, he'll be fine. Shouldn't you be more worried about me? You don't care what happens. You don't care what happens to a stranger like me, do you? That's what you think, isn't it? No, I don't. A stranger or a family. I don't think we should pay attention to that part right now. If there's not enough people, please let me help you as your son's wife, even if it's just a little bit. You are really persistent. I've told you many times that his wife is a stranger to me. I fully understand that. But I'd like you to think about it for a moment. That's enough! Don't get involved in our family matters anymore. He's the one who comes to our house to take care of him. There's no need for you to tell me what to do. If my husband doesn't return your calls or go to your place, you call his office. So what? My son comes to take care of him. He comes here because he wants to. Fine. I understood. Oh, so you finally understand. You're such a shameless wife. How dare you to talk about our family matters and contradict me like that? That's what I don't like about you. You should just do what you're told to. Just stay out of our lives. Hey, Monica, what are you doing? What do you mean? I'm breakfast. Huh? My son is already here. And why aren't you here? You've got your father-in-law's funeral to go to, and what are you doing? Hurry up and come to the funeral! Me? Why do I have to? You have a lot to do as a wife. Your father-in-law has passed away. Don't you think it's crazy of you to not come as his son's wife? Aren't you supposed to be the one who takes the first action to help us with the funeral? What? You want a stranger like me to go? Why is that? I'm supposed to stay out of family matters. You can't talk to me like that now. Your father-in-law has passed away. Law has passed away. Yes, I know. That's why I visited your place yesterday to show my condolences. We have the funeral today. We haven't burned him yet. Nothing has been finished yet. I'm not a family member of yours, so none of my business. I wasn't even supposed to go to your place last night, but I thought it would be the last time we'll be together. You think that's how you act as a wife? I don't want this relationship. You, mother-in-law, and me, your son's wife. My husband agrees with me on this. Can you stay out of my life? I'm a stranger to you. I can't believe it. I didn't like you from the beginning. But I didn't think you were this kind of person who will return good for evil. I can't imagine what my husband in heaven will feel. Don't you feel sorry for him? You two always treated me like a stranger. Whenever I visited you, I was the only one waiting at the door. Then you only let my husband go in the house, right? He has wanted you guys many times, but you two did not change your attitude. What do I owe you? Why should I treat a wife like my son? You should restrain yourself more. That's why you're accepted as our family no matter how long it takes. That's why I'm refraining. We're not family. You are the worst kind of person. I told everyone that you're coming, and you're saying this when someone has died. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get involved anymore. But it's what you've wanted, so it's okay, right? You see what will happen? I'm telling all my relatives what a worse wife you are. Oh, please go ahead. I don't care what other relatives think of me. Now, if you excuse me. Monica, can I talk to you? What, mother? What is it? I thought you told me that you break off our relationship. I can't reach my son. He hasn't responded in days. Do you know anything about him? Or is this something you've been telling him to do? I didn't say anything. I called the company. They said my son isn't there. They want me to stop contacting them. Right. Because my husband quit the job. What? Quit his job? What do you mean? What is he doing now? I'm not going to tell you. Why not? I'm his mother! You're a stranger to me. I'm sorry. Monica, how long are you going to care about that? I'm done taking care of my husband. Don't bring up that topic again. Excuse me? I don't understand. Just tell me where he is. Otherwise, I'll come to your house. You can go. We've moved out, so we're not there though. You moved out? Wait a minute. Monica, are you trying to take my son away from me? Are you going to prevent me from seeing him for the rest of my life? You seem to want to blame me for everything. He quit his job and moved out of the house. It's all his decision. There's no way he will leave me without saying anything. He's done everything I've asked him to do. Doesn't listen to me when I stop him from marrying you. My husband wants to stay out of your life, mother. What? Isn't it obvious? My husband had his job, and the rest of the time he was ordered to take care of his father. While you had enough time to sleep, he had only 1 or 2 hours a day. If he had continued to live like that, of course his mind and body will fall apart. But he took care of him until the end. He has decided that it will be the last time to be involved. He had to make a lot of preparations, so I won't be able to see my son anymore. I don't think you're going to see him for now. Who's going to take care of me? What if something happened to me? I don't know. Don't reply with one phrase like that! I'm all alone without my husband! Don't you feel sorry for me? You're not my family, first of all. Plus, you're not important to me. So I'm not interested in what happens to you. Monica, you know, when my husband got sick, it was needed to be taken care of. I was mentally exhausted. I see. I thought over how bad I behaved toward you back then. So please don't be so heartless. I'm just doing what you told me to do. A wife is a stranger. Don't get involved in family matters. That's what you wanted, right? I didn't mean it. Since my son was always on your side, I just acted a little cold. I hope you will forgive me for my childish behavior. Whatever the reason, I'm not going to forgive you. In the first place, you treated me like a stranger since your husband was still alive. Whenever there was a family gathering, you would ignore me. And there was no food or sitting for me, right? It happened a lot. I thought the beginning of our relationship was important. You know, train you as a wife. Training? Am I your pet? I think our relationship will last as long as we care of each other. On the other hand, train a stranger. How great people you guys are. To me, it seemed like you're just bullying the wife. Monica, calm down. I can already reach you now. Please let me talk to my son. You are my only hope. I will block you immediately after this too. Please don't contact me again. I wouldn't know if you text me though. Hurry, I'm guilty. I'm sorry that I have treated you so badly. So please let me reach my son. It's my husband's decision. Please, Monica. If this stays like this, I might collapse from the shock. It's your fault that things turn out this way. I don't want to say bad things for a person who died already, but you and father have problems. You guys are the ones who made my husband wanted to break off the relationship. And you turned me into a stranger because of your actions. Monica, I accept you as our family. I will never treat you like a stranger again. So please forgive me. Can you please stop pretending to be a family now? This is what you have deserved. Please continue to think of me as a stranger. I received many calls from my mother-in-law after that, so I immediately blocked her. Later on, she asked all the relatives where my husband went, but no one knows where we are. But my husband told his close cousins and others how he left his mother, and rumors have been spread how my parents-in-law treated me like a stranger, and making him taking care of his father and never let him sleep. It seems like more and more people think that my mother-in-law got what she deserved. She lost her husband, the only family she had left, and I heard that she was living a reclusive life in shock. She doesn't want people to see her, so she even has her groceries delivered to her house. I've heard that when people don't interact with others, they all get old at once. Even though she were to become unable to live without someone's help, we're not going to help her anyway. If my husband ever meets her, he said that it will be when she passed away. He has lost so much weight since my mother forced him to take care of his father. He was at the point where he was lost from becoming truly ill and falling apart both physically and mentally. Of course, I did my best to support him as much as I could, but what my husband needed most was to rest. After he managed to finish caring his father while he was absent from work, he asked me if he could take some time off. Of course, I agreed. We decided to move the opportunity to quit his job and move to a new house. After we spent a few months relaxing together, he's now back on his feet and working for a new company. My husband has always been protective of me and listened to what his mother said all by himself. But now that he's finally away from his mother, he's enjoying every day more than before. My husband and I will continue to help each other to overcome difficulties.
And we could like to make our family happy in our own way.